Hey everyone, Jeremy, Level Up Blacksmith. I'm back again today to finish the tongs that I started the other day, but I had to stop due to injury. Stay to the end of the video, and if I can remain injury-free, I'll show you what I did to fix it. Now, the tongs that we're going to make. These, well, this is where I got the last day. Today, I'm going to heat these up and fix them. Need to flatten this out a little bit more, clean them up a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend both of them this way and then bend right here that way. Bit of a Z shape. I've been promised that when I put them together it will look good, it'll fit good, and I might have a serviceable pair of tongs. Alright, forge should be ready. Let's get to it. Alright, rebar in. Let's crank up the forge and go back inside. Alright, let's wait for it to do its job. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you probably surmised by now that there's a lot of background noise. Well, it's because I live next to a busy street, and there really is no good time to do this. So, I just grin and bear it. Hopefully it's not too distracting. I think the more experienced among you can tell that I'm still inexperienced with dealing with a forge, especially a coal forge. I didn't get the metal as hot as I should. It was a little harder to bend it as a result. You can see I'm still a little shy of trying to bend the area close to the jaws of the tongs, since I didn't want to knock the curve out of it. This was my first time quenching anything, and I can say it was very satisfying. I decided to do this so I could drill the hole and join the two pieces together finally. At this point, I think I've done as much prep work to the tongs. I think that area is called a boss. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, put it in the comments below, please. Anyway, I think I've done as much as I can, as much as my ability will allow me. So I'm going to drill a hole in the first piece of rebar, and use that to mark an area to drill the hole in the second piece, and I'll bolt them both together, and hopefully they're not too far off. All right, let me get some PPE on and we'll start drilling. First things first. Hearing protection, eye protection. Okay. Let's get the rebar in the vise. Let's drill a hole. That was a little harder than I anticipated. Okay, hole drilled. All right, the bolt I picked out will fit. So, put this back on the bench and find a nice spot. I think, yeah. There's a nice spot. I'm just going to mark this real quick. perfect. Put this in the vise. And let's drill a hole. Good, good, good. Now that is what it should look like. Now this bolt is a little small. I could probably found something better, but I think this will do for now, because these tongs only have to last long enough for me to make a better pair of tongs. All right. Okay, as you can see, my tips are not touching. Frankly, I didn't expect them to touch. I just want to get them close enough that when I heat them again, I can shape them as well as I can. All right, back to the forge. At this point, I was noticing a lot of mistakes in the tongs that I'll certainly improve in my next pair. I'm just trying to have them as lined as I can, make sure that the jaws are lined up well. If I'd forged the two pieces more identically, then I'd certainly have less work to do. Oh well. And there we go, everyone. Tongs successfully made. They are ugly, but they are serviceable. I wish I could rivet, but I had to bolt. Took me a few days to make them because I got injured. But that does not detract from the fact that I have built something useful. And for those paying attention, I have met my definition of what a blacksmith is. So, congratulations me! I am now a level 1 blacksmith. I have made a forge, 2 actually. I have strapped an anvil to a big post. I have a hammer. I am outfitted and ready to continue. I am a blacksmith. Whew. It took a lot to get here, but I'm here. And I'm going to continue. Now, for those of you who stayed to the end to find out what I did to beat my arm strain, here we go. It's pretty simple. I'll put a link to the video that I learned all this below, but here's what I learned in a nutshell. Essentially, modern lifestyle is not conducive to strenuous activities, especially strenuous activities that involves gripping and moving and manipulating stuff at an arm's length. Most of us spend our day on a keyboard or texting like such. And I'm one of those. I'm pretty guilty of that. So what I have been doing for the last couple of days, a couple of times a day, is wrist mobility exercises. 10 times one way, 10 times the other. Then the old classic forearm stretch. Pull until you feel a stretch and hold for 30 seconds on each arm. And lastly, and this is the one that I did not know, this is for the backs of your forearms here. Arms outstretched, back of your hands together. The arm that you want to stretch first on top, palms together, bend your wrist, and rotate until you feel a stretch, and then hold for 30 seconds and repeat with the other one, and hold. And that's it. Now, I'm not a doctor or a medical practitioner, and if you have anything wrong with you, you should probably go get that checked out. But if you're like me and want to keep your forearms and your wrists in good working order so you can hammer and be a blacksmith, that's what I learned. So I'm not going to miss an opportunity to say this. As of today, I am up to 10 subscribers, and I am ecstatic over that. We all had to start somewhere, and this is where I'm starting. So if you already haven't subscribed, hit the button below. Like this video if you found it entertaining, educational. Dislike it if you feel like it. But regardless, leave a comment. Say hey, hello, how are you doing? Second thing that I'd like to say is hello to my mother. Hi, Mom. See you when you get here. And to everybody else, Slanawaya.